Hi guys. Good evening. Happy Thursday. I don't know why I keep thinking today was Wednesday. All right. Sorry, this video is so late. I had to wait. I had some things to do today. But anywho, okay. So I just got done this vase and my other cups. I will show them to you. Um, these are dry. I just have to fix them up a little bit. I am planning on resining these also. And then putting something pretty. Sorry guys, I look like shit. So something pretty on the front or the side, wherever. So I have that one. Oh God. Let me get these over here. I should have did this earlier. I wasn't planning on showing you guys, but so I have this one and this one. Trust me, guys, these are much prettier in person. It took forever for these things to dry on the spinner, only because I coated these on the bottom, and as it was spinning, it's just like as it was spinning, the paint was going around and around and around. Oh my God, it took like 6 hours for these to dry. Um, these ones not so much. Um, I am going to clean up these, but only after I resin this part. I'm going to clean up the bottom. On my vases, I do have somebody that wants to buy this from me. From a member in my group. Thank you. And it's your choice. I'm going to message you. This is going to take 48 hours to dry, a couple days to dry for the resin to dry because it is a little cooler now. Normally, if it's like really hot, normally it's like 90 degrees in here this summer. But because it's a little cooler, it's gonna take a little bit more time to dry to cure. So I am gonna clean this up on the bottom. I do on my vases. I do put a nice pretty piece of round felt on the bottom. It's your choice. I don't have to. I just think it looks much nicer and you don't hear that clinking sound, and it just makes it a little bit safer, I think. I don't know. Whatever. I'm weird like that. But anyways, okay. So I'm going to show you guys how to resin this. I think this turned out really pretty. As it was spinning after like a couple hours of almost drying, I put a little bit of yellow in there. It was dry up here, but here was still pretty wet. Um, so I just kind of like spilled a little bit of yellow, just plain acrylic satin paint. It wasn't the iridescent like the rest of it is. But it looks just as pretty. As you can tell, there is like it's shiny. And I just love acrylic satin paint. Um, and I just love how it dries. And when I get the resin on there, it's just gonna make it even um, much prettier. Okay, so let's get going. I had to order more resin. This is all I got. That's all I got left. Not too much left. I'm only gonna need 1 ounce of each of these, so that's not a lot. Just for this little vase, I think that would be okay. So let's go and do 1 ounce of resin first. I think this is gonna be way more than what I need for sure, but there isn't really anything I can do. I mean, I don't have any other measuring cups. I don't have a scale yet. There's cat hair flying everywhere. All right, it goes the resin first. This is way more, but I suppose I can do, let me think. I was gonna do another glass, but I only have two outlets over here. And you know, these two, you can't see it, but my other two cup turners go on one and this one goes another, but I need the light also. So I'm just gonna do the rest of the cups tomorrow. I'm gonna show you how to do this one though tonight. All right, 1 ounce cup of hardener. How y'all doing? How's your week going? Mine's been okay. I woke up a little chilly. As you can tell the difference between the hardener and the resin. As I said in my other videos, the hardener is kind of like a syrup, and it's a lot thicker. Okay, we're gonna close these on up. There's a few other movies. You know, I was watching Netflix earlier, and there's a couple of new movies, but it's not anything that I haven't seen before. You know, Jesus, where is my silicone stir? Where'd it go? Ah! What is it? Oh, here it is, underneath my mat. When you do resin, folks, make sure you have your silicone mats. So when your epoxy resin drips on it, you can peel it right off after it dries, which they do make, like I said in my other videos. You can peel it off even if it's a different color, and you use like different colors for certain cups, like glitter or paint or whatever, and you mix it all in with the resin. They come out super, super pretty and cool looking. So you can peel them off and trim them up and make them as jewelry, necklaces, all kinds of stuff. Bracelet charms. So, okay. Let me move these out of the way. I have these super pretty wine glasses. I just like the shape of them. I think these, I'm not going to do the iridescent paint. I'm just going to do regular acrylic satin paint and do paint pours over these. I'm not going to do the stem. I'm just going to do right here. I did a super pretty baby blue and black one last year. Everybody seemed to really like that one. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is you have to stir this up. Make sure you stir it for a good 3 minutes. As you make sure you stir slow, don't stir fast, because then it's going to create a lot of bubbles. And once you create all them bubbles, it's very hard to get rid of a lot of the bubbles. You can do it with your you know, your torch gun. But just make sure you stir for a few minutes, and I'll get back to you once it's mixed. Okay. So it's been a good 3 to 4 minutes or whatever. I had to put this down by the heater, because when this gets a little cold, guys, you just might want to put it like down by a little space heater so it warms up. Otherwise, sometimes it won't cure the way it's supposed to. And it won't mix very well. This looks pretty well mixed. So we're gonna go ahead. Another thing is when you first mix these two together, it's going to, I should have waited a minute and showed you. It's going to turn out, it's going to be like foggy. Right now it's like, it's clear. Like if you can see the end of it, you're good to go. If you can see the little stick at the bottom, if you can look through it and you can see clearly, it's good to go. Okay. I got my silicone sticks. I like these because when the resin epoxy dries on these, you can just peel it off the next day when it's dry. As well as the silicone mats. Okay, so we're gonna get going. I am gonna stand up, so excuse how I look. These are my pajamas. Okay. I'm going to turn this on. And we're just going to go here. And we're just going to rub it on. I'm going to put it on my hand actually. As you can see how shiny it is, it's going to look beautiful. I like the cup turner only because it's not going to drip off the edges. So I really, really like that. I mean, it's kind of a pain, you know, to have it tipped upside down, and it's just a real pain in the butt. So I do like these. If you're going to do any cups or whatever, make sure that you get some cup turners. So they work fairly well. Like I said, I have like more than enough. Really. I'm just gonna let this run over. I have some cleaning up to do, but this is why I'm doing this first. Only because it won't take off all the other paint. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought there for a second. Oh, God. And so this will continue to turn. I will leave this turning until tomorrow morning and see where it's at. Like I said, you know, I turned on my space heater and stuff, and hopefully it'll cure the right way. I'm hoping. Let's just get this. Make sure this is all nice and coated. I really don't have to do the top right here, but I am anyway. Boy, this looks absolutely beautiful. What you think? So once I make sure I get all this like coated, I am going to take my torch gun and blow out the bubbles. Looks good to me. I'm trying not to, I don't want to get any down here because I need this to be cleaned. I need this to be clear of resin because otherwise the paint's not going to come off the bottom. I should have put some Vaseline on the bottom. If you want to avoid having this issue, put a lot of Vaseline on the bottom, and if it does happen to drip, you can peel the drips right off of it. I should have done that, but I didn't think, I just got a little bit too close to the edge is all. Okay, so I think we're pretty good, to be honest. Doesn't take very long to coat a vase. I just want to make sure I got it all. Kind of stand back, look at it, make sure everything's coated nice. Make sure, you know, there is no hairs or anything in there. I'm going to remove my glove so I can do my blowtorch. Ugh. Make sure you wear gloves because I'm telling you, you get resin on your skin, it ain't going nowhere. If you happen to get resin on your skin just a little bit, take some dish soap, no water, just plain dish soap, and rub your fingers, your hands together wherever it is, and just rub it. and then rinse it off with water, and it should come right off. That's my thing. I mean, that's what I like to do. That's what, you know, that's what I discovered, anywho. Okay. Look how much resin I have left. I think I'm going to use that. I can use that. That can sit up to at least 40 to 45 minutes, this resin. This looks pretty. After you do this, just come back because more bubbles will develop. Come back in like 15 minutes and torch it again. Don't get too close to it. It will burn it and it won't cure right. Make sure there ain't no little hairs or anything in there. There was a lot of bubbles in my resin when I started. I don't know. I mean, you can get rid of them, but just try not to stir it fast. Sometimes I get carried away and want to rush it and stir really fast, but it's good just to take your time and just stir slow. As you can see, not a lot of resin is dripping. It's just going to continue to like stay in one place. All right, let's just chill for a minute here. All right, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm gonna come back and look through. Let's make sure there's no, look for some air bubbles. Let me see a few. To fill up your torch, you need butane. Make sure this is off. On the bottom is where you put the butane in. I guess that's it for tonight, guys. It looks pretty. I like it. The bubbles matter a whole bunch, I'm telling you. You don't want them bubbles to see once it's dry. So resin is really tricky. Resin is really tricky to work with. Especially on something big like this. Also, even though that paint is dry, don't get your torch too close because it can make the paint wet again. And that'll cause it to like drip and stuff. So you don't want that. So make sure you just kind of stay a couple inches from the resin. Kind of stand back like I said. I'm really upset. I mean, I know I didn't need it, you know, that's a lot. I'm hoping maybe, I think I'm just leaving the light on, but I can do this with just the other light on. I'm going to unplug this and prop another cup up and get this resin on another cup real quick. I just wanted you guys to see this. Make sure you guys can see. That's real pretty up there. I love that. The design turned out awesome. All right, I'm going to stop here. And that's it for now. I will come back after 24 hours and we'll see how this is doing. All right. Later, peeps. Peace.